Hello everybody, my name is Ansel and welcome to a new Let's Play in Hearts of Iron 4 due to the fact that the India campaign I think is basically just impossible to actually win. We're going to be starting a new campaign as Czechoslovakia with the Czechoslovakia expanded mod available in the workshop. Basically all that does is give Czechoslovakia its own unique idea tree, focus tree, whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to get started right away and then we'll kind of look at stuff as we're in the game. And in this game I think we're going to be going communist. I think we are going to go communist, and not like I said when I did India and then I switched to fascist. I'm pretty sure we're going to stay. We're going to stay communist, and then maybe expand into Hungary, expand into Yugoslavia, Romania. I'm not 100% too sure yet. So first things first, we'll gather all of our troops, put them into a single control group. Let's see. So we got a max entrenchment 30%. Going to be super useful if we ever have to when we have to fight the Germans. So just put all of our troops basically on the border with Germany with that maximum entrenchment. We're going to need it. We have 107,000 manpower. That's really not a lot. So let's see. We have unruly minorities with crippled population factor minus 20%. Okay. Daily political power cost 0.3. Does this ever go away? Maybe. Potentially. And then however the hell you say that, ideology, drift defense plus 50%, which kind of sucks, but not much we can do about that. So, first things first, research, we have 3 research slots. Support equipment. Actually, no, we should probably go for industry. It's always good to get these early industry techs going. And we'll go and get the engineering stuff. What's this one do? This is a research time bonus, so it makes sense to get that. We have free civilian factories. We have 8 out of 17. So I guess we could make more civilian factories. Is it better to make civilian factories, or is it better to make military factories? I don't know, but we'll make 1 military factory in each state, at least at the moment. And then if we need to, we can always, convert military factories over in the future. So we have no divisions of basic training. So we have an infantry division, a mountain division, which would make sense. We are a very mountainous country. We got a tank division. I don't know if we need tanks at the moment. Cavalry we definitely don't need. We have 4 divisions that are cavalry. Let's get rid of them, because I think they're kind of just awful. So cavalry, and just convert them into just infantry divisions, yes. And that should be fine. Production, we're making rifles, the support equipment, are we using the tanks? I don't think we're using the tanks in any divisions. Like, these guys don't have tanks. These guys don't have tanks. I mean, we have a tank division here that also has cavalry in it. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, we could just delete these templates. And just stop making tanks. Like, I don't think we need them. Let's get rid of the tanks, yes. We need rifles first and foremost. I always think having rifles is always a good idea. Insufficient resources. We need aluminum. We'll deal with that in a second. We'll train up, like 5 infantry at the same time. And now we also have low manpower. I know we have low manpower. We'll deal with that soon, because right now we have limited conscription, 2.5%. We just don't have a lot. We just don't have a big population. There's not a lot of people living in Czechoslovakia. It's not like India, where you do the militarism idea, and all of a sudden you have 25 million manpower, which is insane. And one problem we do have is that we do just start off as a democratic nation. So it's going to be a little bit harder for us, I think, to become fascist. Or not fascist, communist. Right now we only have 10% support for that. There's nobody who's not aligned. But let's see. Industrial expansion. I haven't actually even looked at this tree. So industrial expansion. I think we're just going to want to go for whatever gets us communist. So reform to check. Yes, well, let's go down this tree. Yeah, so you guys do that. Insufficient resources. So who has aluminum? That, like, borders us. And I always think getting people who border you always makes the most amount of sense. Austria. Hungary does. So Hungary, give me at least a little bit of your aluminum. Thank you. I mean, we're going to invade you soon. Well, I don't know if soon is the right word. Eventually we're going to invade you. Maybe not right now, but soon. Soon enough. How many troops do you have? 14 to 23. Maybe even Austria would be a better choice for an invasion, because they don't have a lot of men. And I think it actually just kind of breaks the AI chain if you annex Austria, I don't know what the hell this does, if it does anything at all. I don't think I have historical AI focuses on. I usually don't play with it on. I actually don't. I prefer it off. So we have 23 brigades. I think they've already put 23 brigades on our border as well. There's a lot of Germans. There's a lot of Germans on the border. That's, I mean, it shouldn't be too surprising. So what are we gonna spend our political power on first? Probably. I mean, we can't even really increase this. We need to be fascist or communist. And we need a stronger enemy. Which is kind of... This is the best we can do without having any negative modifiers. But we only have 40,000 manpower. And also, only make one of these. Only make one infantry brigade. So let's look at logistics. We need 11,000 rifles, support equipment, intuit artillery. We'll get those eventually. Actually, what we should be doing, I think we should be building mountaineers, actually, instead of these guys. Train up like 4 mountaineers. Because if we're going to need the mountaineers, because we are going to invade Austria, or not Hungary, but maybe Romania. They have a lot of mountains. So there we go. Your former Czech government, we got 99 political power. Not enough to do anything with, but it's, you know, it's a start. So let's see, what does this do? Daily communist support, okay. This is, like, I guess, going down more of... down the, democracy tree, which is boring. Strength alliance with France, you can get the Little Entente. Encourage Czech nationalism. And that actually just makes daily democracy support go down. Also 120 political power. But no, I think we're going to go for strengthen the Communist Party. And do we even have any planes? I'm going to go, we have about 5 planes, right? Ooh, 268. That's actually more than I was expecting. So let's get all of our heirs, all the planes. Get all the planes. And I know this isn't really all the planes, but still. Let's see, no, get rid of this. Is that just like 338? So do we have planes here? All the planes should just go to Bohemia, because that's probably where they're going to be needed the most. And once they're all here, we'll get the fighters. They should all just combine into one big army. Tactical bombers, coastal air support will combine. We have a decent amount of fighters. I'm actually kind of surprised we have tactical bombers. And is there a reason not to just have them kind of flying right now? And just air superiority, close ground support, and, you know, strategic bombing. Because why? Actually, you know what? Strategic bombing doesn't make any sense, because we'd only be bombing our own factories. I mean, we're not going to be fighting anybody yet. Like, I don't know who would be sending planes at us. Still have low manpower. How, oh how will we deal with this? And we start off at 10%, which I don't think is enough for a negative modifier, so we'll still be getting that 0.1. Actually, no, we'll only be getting 0.5 because of this dude, who I don't like. He's not even a leader. Who the hell are you? How do I get rid of you? He resigned from office in 1935. If he resigned in office in 1935, it's 1936. He shouldn't be here anymore. Get rid of this man. Just kick him out. Get him out of the country. I'm hoping this mod's actually balanced. I have no idea. I have no idea if this is balanced at all. Military coup d'etat. But I'm guessing this is fascism. People's Revolution. Oh, can we just do this? Do we even need support? People's Revolution. Yeah, People's Revolution. I don't know. Can we just go straight down this tree? Oh no, we can only do this if the ruling party is communist. So we can get these two. Communism on the rise. Let's get a top one. International movement, let's get that. And then after this, we'll get even the communist supporter. Oh, did it already just assign him? Oh, okay, so all that does is it just assigns the guy? Oh, it says right there. Yeah, okay, so we already have him. Which is good. That actually saves up 150 political points that we can use for something else. Yeah, and there's no one else here. Pick some partisans. Yeah, no, we'll just close that. Research slot available. Let's get more research time bonuses. So let's see. Right now we're getting a lot of industry tax. So I think we're going to want to get the industry researches done very, very soon. Well, I mean now. And that should speed us up, I think, somewhat. I don't... Does it retroactively apply? I think it might. Minus 2%? No, I think it only applies to new text. It does not apply to old ones, or the ones you're currently researching, which kind of sucks. Yeah, Ethiopia's been annexed. I'm not surprised by that. Everybody could have seen that one coming. Look at all these German troops on the border. They want our territory. But we will not allow them to take our territory. Can we get more tech on here? Concentrated, disperse. We're absolutely going to be getting bombed at some point, so disperse makes sense. We're not separated from the rest of the world that we can do concentrated industry. It's not like we're Japan or the United States. We need to have this. So, because I think it just means we get bombed less, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're less susceptible to bombs, which is good. Which is good. How's construction going? It's going okay, I guess. Have we finished even the first one? No. We have to wait until June 30th. Which I mean is the end of the month. And we should be getting a negative modifier, right? Because we have civilian economy. I'm actually surprised that civilian economy actually makes the civilian factories slow as well. Like, it seems weird. It feels like that shouldn't be the case. But early mobilization, partial mobilization, more than 50% world tension, more than 5% world tension. Did that treaty actually not? There's actually no. Okay, interesting. I thought there would have already been some world tension, but no, we're still at 0%. No national focuses. We can't. So we can't go further here. Improve treaties with the Soviet Union. Actually, so we can still go down. We can still strengthen our alliance with France. And we could still even join the Commie intern. But this, I think, makes us invite Romania, invite Yugoslavia. So this kind of does its own. I think this creates our own faction. But I might be wrong. Can create faction Little Entente. Okay, so no, so this actually does make our own faction. Do we need anything else? No, we can just keep going down this way. So let's try this. Let's make our own little faction. Romania, and I think we'll do Yugoslavia as well. Yeah, we'll make our own faction. I don't know if France is the head of that faction, but I know these three guys are. And I know France has some stuff about the Little Entente. I don't know where it is in here, but I know it's definitely somewhere. Yeah, the Little Entente. Fight Yugoslavia and fight Romania. Okay. The French Entente Alliance. Well, not unless... We'll create our faction first. I don't think I've actually ever seen France do that. I've never seen them create the Little Entente, so I don't know if they'll actually ever do it. Engineering, let's get reinforcement rate plus 5%. Sounds good. And I don't think we're going to be going to war anytime soon, so we don't need to be worrying too much about military attacks. There's 6 brigades of Germans right there. And we're just not really getting equipment, right? Infantry equipment is just low. Upgrades, reinforcements. We need a lot of infantry equipment still for reinforcement purposes. So is there anything else we're making here that we don't really need to be making? Like, I think we're fine. Even though we need planes, I think we can safely ignore planes for now. And we'll lower this back down to 169, just so that pop-up goes away. And that should get away about the end of the day. There we go. 67 political power. Like, can we see how big the population is? 2% of the 15.515 million. Strengthen alliance with France. Okay, so now can we just... Is there anything stopping us from going all the way down this list? No, there's nothing that we can just start the little Entente now. Which might make it less likely that Germany will invade us. Maybe. We know they're going for industrial effort, but we don't know if they're doing anything else. Industrial effort is at least far away. We have to wait. Once they annex Austria, then we know we have to start being a little bit more concerned. But until that point, we're fine. We're fine until then. That's it. Communist is already at 23%. It's actually gone up quite quickly. Quite quickly, in fact. It scaled to 50%. And then I think it scaled by another 50%. But I'm not 100% too sure. But I mean, it's ideological drift defense. No, it's still going up. So maybe this depends on other countries influencing us, not us influencing ourselves. And that's really the only thing I can possibly think of. So let's see, trade is going pretty alright. Like we have a surplus of everything we need. Where do we actually have oil? There's actually oil in the Sudetenland? Well, I mean, that's good to know. See, little Entente, well, halfway done. So that just means we can create the alliance. Hungary doesn't like it, but Yugoslavia, Romania, France surprisingly doesn't care. But I'm assuming that's just because of this one. This one gets a plus 50 with France, and this one's plus 50 with everybody else. So we're at 26%. I don't think fascism is actually going down. I think it's only taking away from democratic. So Galtwald, he's going to become the party leader. At least I can pronounce that name. I cannot pronounce that one. Definitely, like, I can't pronounce this one really either. Like, I don't know who these people are. So we got about a few more months, two months for all of our researches to be done. We're only getting 30 rifles a day. We need so many rifles. We need so many, and we need to invade Hungary, I think, or Austria. I think Austria would definitely be the easier choice. Yes, we absolutely need to save ourselves. So that we've already become the little Entente. Oh, look at us. So they absolutely want no part of this. Neither us or they are at war. So let's get them into the little Entente before we become communist, because I think if we become communist, they won't actually like it. I mean, Romania loves us. Yugoslavia, they're kind of about the entire thing. But you guys, who's party popularity, but I think that only affects, that would actually make democratic go up. It won't make communist go up. Because we're not, as of yet, a communist nation. So does it force them to join? I'm not too sure. I don't know if it makes them have to join. Maybe though. I'm hoping that it does. 60 days left, so we got 2 months on there. But I mean, you could still go and get the military coup. It's weird. You can actually still kind of go down the fascism tree. But after we're done this, yeah, I think we need to go down here and get the fortifications against. I'm assuming this is in the Sudetenland. Yeah, you know, reinforce the Sudetenland. That would make sense for us to do. And then industrial expansion also sounds pretty good. Construction speed goes up. Civilian factories is always good. So how's the Civil War going? Oh, it's not going well at all for nationalist Spain or Republican Spain. It's going great for nationalist Spain, but like that's kind of bad for us. The good thing about being in like a different faction other than the Allies and the Soviets is that other than the missions that Germany has to attack us, we don't really get dragged into any other wars, which is good. Right, the faction, and that's not an aggression pact. Go another 15%, so we're already at 46% communist. Yeah, so this should be a lot faster than trying to get anything done with India. So Romania, neutral foreign policy. Yeah, I think you basically need to have those things done. This is in 38. Let's get support equipment done. It's gonna take a while. Radio's gonna be finished soon. Mechanical computing's gonna be done soon. So here we can just get radar stations. Might as well get that done. Mechanical computing. After we're done this, we can start going to... Well, we can start getting this tech. It's a little bit ahead of time, but it's only still 23% penalty, which is quite a bit. That is that's a decent penalty. Now we definitely don't want to have that affecting us. Mechanical computing, modify government. So let's see. 10% doesn't really do anything for us. You need like all of them to get a 50% modifier. Just getting one of them doesn't make a lot of sense. If you can research like 4 or 5 of these stacks at the exact same time, then you would see a big difference. But I think 10% is just not worth it. So I guess we have to wait at least a little bit of time. Is there anything we can research that would only take like a month? I doubt it. 180 days. Army doctrine maybe? Entrenchment speed would make sense. 270 days. I don't have time for that. Motorized would take 180 days. I think most of them are just going to take 180. 135, that's not as bad. So yeah, let's take interwar artillery then. We can modify our government. Okay, so... we get a theorist. Actually, he's only worth 50 points. But we don't have the all the tech done. Okay, so... we can't get any of these stuff? Fine then. Tank designer, ship designer. Well, we're getting an artillery guy right now, but I still think getting an infantry equipment designer is better. We are researching infantry equipment as well, so it makes sense to have him. We'll probably wait until Romania's in the alliance. We got 15 days, well 2 weeks. 2 weeks. What the hell are you doing? Industrial effort 2. So they're still kind of avoiding us. I think the entire German army's on our border. I think they're all there. Which I guess isn't a terrible thing for them to do. Due to the fact that, well... where else would they be? I'm gonna guess that most Polish troops aren't on the German border. Most French troops aren't on the German border. Romania has joined the Little Entente. Wonderful. Fantastic. Yugoslavia, you want to join the Little Entente? No, this is a completely different thing. I want you to join the Little Entente, Yugoslavia. And I don't think France will, right? Like, they don't... actually, they're only at negative 50. If they were at war, they'd be more likely to do it, which is weird. But I do think that this is going to be a good time to end this first episode. So if you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.